How's it going, everybody? I'm Slav-in-a-tor-ski. Welcome to the channel. And decided I would give an update as to why I've been kind of missing for the past couple weeks. Well, not really missing, but not putting up as much content as I have previously. As you can see, I am actually showing myself on camera. I almost never do that. I don't like being on this side of the camera. I like being on the other side of the camera. But, well, I figured it'd be kind of nice to do a little face-to-face here. So yeah, the past couple weeks, I'd say, well, maybe 3 weeks in general, have been mainly me dealing with having COVID. I did catch it. It was funny because it's right after our job moved down south, about 30 minutes, 45 minutes away, depending on the traffic. And yeah, managed to get it down there. So I helped move the job. I've been setting everything up. No longer working remotely, working in office, so that's been killing my scheduling and things like that. I take forever to adjust to new things. I'm sure all of y'all kind of picked up on that. I'm kind of old-fashioned, or just old in the brain. Maybe I'm senile, who knows? Probably starting early. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm good now. I'm recording this May 12th. I'm going to try to get it up tonight. If I can't, I'll get it up tomorrow. Let me change this. You'll notice before I've used VSDC a lot to do my videos, I'm actually using OBS. I know, it's amazing, right? I have a dual monitor set up, so I have one here that's smaller, and a bigger one over here I use for work also, but I can plug my home computer into it. But, so that's, if you see me keep looking to the left, that's why. I'm not used to this yet, but I have OBS set up over on this one, and everything that I want you to see on the one here in front of me. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll give you something better than my ugly mug to look at. I'll keep it on there just in case you want to see it, but let's go ahead and transition that. There we go, that's better. A little prettier, right? I agree. But yeah, so back to the story. I did manage to catch COVID. I don't know how. I wore the masks and everything. They required it at work. I wore it into any of the restaurants or stores I went into, even though I think, well, I obviously can't give my opinion because YouTube will shoot that down. But either way, I wore my mask into restaurants, into gas stations, wherever I went, things like that. I used hand sanitizer, all that good stuff, because I'm not just having to watch out for me. I have my mother and stuff that I see, and she's elderly, so I really don't want to give her anything, not even the flu, much less, so I'm always kind of careful about that. But it didn't matter, still caught it anyways. So yeah, that was, I'll kind of go through my story about that. Work moving and everything like that. We actually had to move the whole office. It's like 200 employees. So that gives you an idea of that scheduling. Along with this, sorry about that, but things are going to change, I promise. Alright, so how it felt like when I had COVID. I don't think I had the crazy version. I think I had COVID light or something like that. It was honestly like the flu I get every year. I mean, I'm in my late 30s now, but in my 20s, I never got sick. Very, very rarely, once every 5 years maybe. So yeah, that would have been like 2 times, but you know what I mean, very rare. In my 30s, when I started getting 32, it just every single year, like clockwork, I caught something around this time of year, right around March to May. So basically, after work, I went and I jogged a trail around work. It was about 2 miles. Got a little warm, but I got home and it felt like I had sunstroke almost. So I took a hot shower, turned off the AC and everything, sat in bed and kind of burned it out. That's how I usually deal with sickness. I know my temperature was probably through the roof, but I didn't check it that night. That was a Friday night. Saturday morning, I had the dry Sahara sinuses where just everything up here was completely dry. It hurt to breathe. I did not have any like post-nasal drip. I had a cough just because it was dry back here too. But I didn't have any of that. Food was still delicious. The entire time of this, I'd never lost my sense of smell or taste. And I had to use that nasal spray to kind of, moisten the sinuses so it wasn't like breathing in sandpaper. Let's see. So Saturday, I got the 101.3 fever, something like that. So I took my normal sinus medicine, my flu medicine, things like that. Took some Tylenol. By Sunday, it had dropped down to 99, and by Monday, it was back. But I decided that Saturday to go get tested. I went to CVS. I jammed that little thing that gets right up your nose. It's so pleasant. It's like something is, I won't make that joke. I gotta remember, I can't make those kind of jokes on here. But it was like something being forced into your sinuses. It was awful. Unpleasant, I'll say. It was bearable. Just I know I didn't have a good expression for the poor lady on the other side of the window. Got that back, sent it in, informed my work, so I quarantined myself right away. On Monday, I got the text back from CVS saying that I had tested positive, so I'm like, alright, I just had to do a 10-day quarantine. By Monday, I was already feeling better. My temperature was almost gone. By Tuesday, the fever was broken. And throughout the rest of the week, I honestly felt fine. All of it was when it was just one weekend and gone. So I think I must have had a light version, or obviously I've had this in the past and I thought it was the flu, because it felt exactly like the flu I caught the past 2 years. So who knows? But yeah, so it wasn't that bad. It was a pretty easy experience for me. I'm back at work now. I work 4 days a week in office, 1 day remote. That changes though, training people, stuff like that. So for me, COVID was not difficult to deal with at all. It was pretty easy, but all the quarantining and stuff like that really foobarred my schedule. And then of course, once I was able to go back in the office, there was a lot of catch up that I had to play, so that's been killing my schedule as well. But I'm caught up as of this week. I'm forcing myself to learn the new scheduling, so I'm always in the office again. The drive that I'm not used to for the past year just takes a little adjusting. So yeah, adjusting with the filming schedule here, adjusting with work schedule, and also adjusting with my workout schedule. Excuse me, I ate dinner a little bit ago and it's apparently not agreeing with me. But yeah, adjusting for the filming schedule on here, so I have to change that, work it around everything else. So workout schedule is the one thing I've really given up, because I'm focusing on this more than I am working out, even though it should be the other way around. But hey, we'll get there eventually. That's the end goal. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to give everybody a check in. I'm doing fine. If you catch it, hopefully you get the light version of it, and if you do, just take some flu medicine, you'll be fine. No worries. Just try not to give it to everyone else. You don't, as usual, just like the flu, you don't want to give it to someone. It kind of stinks. But yeah, nothing too bad. Yeah, I think everyone can kind of bear through it if you get the same version of it that I did. But that's it. We're going to get these videos rolling. As you can tell, I'm already starting to get stuff kind of kicking back up again, starting with this video. Now that we're using OBS, I'm going to try a few more things. I'm kind of learning how the transitions and things like that work, so hopefully you guys like that. But that's it. Just wanted to give you an update. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, if some of you out there are like super terrified of the Coof, don't be. It's something you can beat. I don't think you'll have any problems with it. And of course, if you don't take it seriously, that's fine too, because as you can tell, I'm alive. I survived it, so I can kind of see it from both sides. But I think some people freak out a little too much. Anyways, off of my soapbox, I'll stop now. But I hope you guys look forward to seeing more content coming up. I have a few more things I want to film. There's some other things coming up I want to buy to do a few more reviews and comparisons. So I think you guys will like those. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Now to figure out how to make this stop recording.